I loved the way you moved through the world, but it never occurred to me that it was because you thought about the world differently.
And I think that's something that I don't know if enough people talk about in relationship. And this is one of the things I've recently made a bunch of videos about the work of relationship. And one of the things that I don't hear anyone talking about, it would often center the way he did something as the norm. He would even say that, like, that's not normal. He would accuse me of being abnormal. And I'm like, no. There's a lot of different ways to do things. We are just different, and we have to bridge the gap between us. And he was like, no, we don't. The way I do things is right. You need to come to me.
The way I do things is the way bureaucracy works. Who wants to be in a bureaucracy?
In your house.
In your house.
Or ever.
Or ever. But I just thought that was the default way. I wish I could have really seen you before.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that my attempts to help you were actually harming you.
So we've now figured that out, that he's anxious, and if there's a moment that he needs to comfort or love, he needs to ask for consent.
Mm-hmm. Well, also that the anxiety was a me problem, not a you problem.
Right.
So, like, how do I find peace and solace within myself so I don't have to look for somebody to validate me every 4 seconds, right? That's too much for anybody.
I wish that was an exaggeration.
Me too.
It's kind of true.
Me too. But yeah, we're working on it, and that space I think is helping.
Yeah. No, my life has totally changed. I'm able to get things done in ways I was never able to do in our marriage before because you're leaving me alone.
Yeah. On that anxious attachment. Like, I didn't feel like I could move forward unless somebody told me it was okay. I wanted someone to complete my circle. I wanted someone to say, it's going to be okay. But for you, it's like, of course it's going to be okay. And because those words didn't come or that attention didn't come, it would cause me to kind of cycle back on myself. So even when I was initially leaving you alone, I wasn't doing well. I was just thinking about when can I come back and see if I'm okay?
Yeah.
That's a question for me, not a question for my partner.
You're an anxious perseverator. So you're anxious and you perseverate. Which
Same
for the longest
Same
time,
difference.
I had like deep empathy for your anxiousness, and I'm like, okay, I thought that there would be like, I could just meet his needs. All right, he's anxious. I'll come be close. I'll come reconnect. I'll help him feel really included and connected to me right now. It took me far too long to realize. I was like, the call is coming from inside the house, and it does not matter how much I stop my life or comfort him or meet his needs or come to his level or communicate in ways that feel comfortable to him. He never feels better.
That's true.
It doesn't matter how hard I work. And the work I had done to that point in my life, I'm like, I have literally burned myself out. I have nothing left to give.
You called me an emotional black hole one day.
I did.
And that really hit me, though. I was like, oh.
I was like, I'm throwing love and energy at something that will literally just get sucked into the ether, gone forever.
Yeah.
And it does not matter how hard I work on this. If he does not work on this, it means nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the work now.